Hello and welcome under the moon tree. Welcome to a message after a very stormy night, and yesterday we had many hours of electricity failures, and again just an hour ago, so I hope it doesn't happen anymore. Storm seems to have settled a lot, and also if anyone across the globe is under a worse storm, I hope you are safe and protected, and sending you lots of love. Sending lots of love to everyone here. And let us get to our message. But first, let us clear our minds and clear this space for messages to come through and messages to come true. Dear Spirit, our guides of love and light, who love us unconditionally, we are safe tonight in a circle of light. And I wanted to start by telling you that there was a message that was really, something was coming when I was sleeping in the storm. I kept having this dream where a message was already given, and I kept seeing it in color, and those colors were like gold, pink, magenta and white, and it kept looping and coming back, but I can't bring those words back. It was so, everything was clear, but now I only have the colors, and to me those colors speak of first and foremost the soul star chakra above our crown chakra, and heart, even a flow between that soul star gate to the, that is our gate to our higher self, our gate to higher dimensions, to higher frequency. And of course our heart of love, like a strong current. Maybe even in the storm, this is a special message of cleansing that channel between your heart and your gateway to higher dimensions, frequencies. Very powerful time. But I also got a vision of a peacock, or the eye of a peacock. At first it was just the eye, the physical, the eye of the peacock, not the eye in the feathers. And that peacock changed its normal peacock colors, which are quite beautiful, to kind of purple and magenta. And a strong, again, a strong message of now I'm getting also of protection, the peacock the peacock's feathers are with the eye symbol. They are traditionally seen as protection from evil eye or negative influence, and my forefinger is tugging right now. That might be I was about to say must be, so let us say it must be a sign and an activation. Yes. And back to the peacock. You are protected, and the activation is happening, a gateway to even clearer, I'm hearing, connection is opening, and you are safe, you are protected. And I'm getting also the peacock feather. You are protected, and let your mind know this also. My cat is scratching in the back. He's scratching the window now. He's looking out and scratching. Maybe I don't know. The storm is picking up. Or he might be seeing an animal outside. Yes. You are protected. And let your mind, your personality, also take note that if there are outside influences, whether they come up through your own mind of doubts about your spiritual experiences, or if they come through the mouths of other people, that when they rise, pay note and remember the sign of protection. You can even, this is just coming through now, but imagine the feather of the peacock as a symbol of protection. And you may wish to see it as this peacock colored peacock feather, but it may also change color to the purple and magenta of your soul star. How interesting. Now it's a dark and stormy night, and I was thinking we should take a shamanic mystical shaman oracle by Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron-Reid. I don't remember it must be the name of the artist, Marcela Lobos. Yes. For that, I'm hearing storm shaman. Maybe someone here is a storm shaman. Very tuned to the power of the elements when they are rising and raising. This is just coming through. And let them come through you in their elemental form. not in the, say, let the raging storm rise through you, pass through you in its elemental form instead of diminishing it into an emotional form. I hope you understand it. The ones who that message was meant for will understand. Yeah. And you have probably felt it many times. I'm seeing someone on the outside when a storm or wind is rising and raising up their arms and looking at the clouds that come rolling by very fast, very fast. Dear Spirit, our guides. Okay, we got this one jumped out. Yeah, what I was speaking about, the peacock. In its protection form, we have the coyote, the trickster, one who would often come out as a, he's so cute actually. He's such a cute coyote. Yeah. But the old trickster who would come and make up his tricksterly stories, either in your mouth, in your head, or come to you through the little yelps from other people. And that might even, now I'm getting, following the coyote might lead you on detours. So be mindful of its little tail wiggling in the bushes. But on the other hand, oftentimes when you are led by the coyote spirit, whether it's you're tricked by your own mind or the guidance of the coyote in form of other people, these detours may, after all, be divine detours. When you are mindful, you may later notice that it turned out for your best. In some weird ways. But coyotes, they are without thinking of his trickster energy, they are very, very wise animals. And they are adept survivors who can use their circumstances and adapt swiftly. But the coyote and the trickster energy and what I spoke of protection with the peacock's feather, we have the Svetlodge. For me, as a Finnish woman, this speaks of the sauna here and in the Americas, in the South and North Americas, of course, the Native American sweat lodge, both here and in your traditions who practice the sweat lodge tradition, both sauna and the sweat lodge, they are sacred places where you go. I'm getting almost you return to the womb and you are cleansed with the water and reborn. They are places, but the water, the warm water and the heat, it's like you can press a button. If you could press a button to clear your mind and relax your body, that is what the sauna or sweat lodge, it's like opening yourself physically for higher dimensions. It's like medicine in a bottle for that. When you enter the sauna or the sweat lodge. Yeah. And with a stormy night here also, a strong message of generally of cleansing by water, and in connection to sauna and sweat lodge, cleansing by fire, cleansing by water, in a ritualistic sense. And when your mind is clear, the one-pointed arrow of awareness knows its mark. The clutter falls off. This is what I am getting, but I feel called to read very shortly from the book about the arrow. I get the feeling there's something very important now with the arrow. Six. Arrow. Receiving this symbol reminds you that when you are in alignment with your heart and soul, you are on target and will soon be hitting your mark. Be true to your calling, release attachments, and free yourself from the bondage of unbridled ambition. Now is revealed to be a moment of contact in which your intention meets the material world. The arrow also symbolizes the need to set your creativity free. When the arrow sings through the sings with zeta. When the arrow sings through the air, it is inviting you to pay attention and signifying that you are about to make your mark in some aspect of your life. It illuminates the moment of contact when you know that your desires and intentions have traveled on the wind and landed on the perfect place for your highest good. Trust that your job is to be relaxed yet focused. In like you just came from the sweat lodge. And that, wait, I put it, why did I put it away? Just a moment. I want to say this again. Something I want to say again. Oh, la 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 la. The come. Because it was so well in sync with what was happening with the heart and soul star activation, and that current between our heart and our higher self, the dimension of the soul. When you are in alignment with your heart and soul, you are on target and will soon be hitting your mark. Be true to your calling. Yes. And for some, let's pull one more. With a dark and stormy night, I saw, not like they are very much alike, but I saw this no, I don't remember what's he called, but the cartoon Snoopy and the Peanuts, and Snoopy was always writing his novel starting with on a dark and stormy night. Someone here might also be a writer. And this might be important for somebody, or just my rambling, but on a dark and stormy night that Snoopy's writing, it's a reference to a book or novel, a short story, maybe, I don't remember, but that has once been very long time ago. It was like voted as the worst beginning of a novel or short story ever. And that is why Snoopy is writing it. But it has, due to Snoopy, I think it has become one of the most famous beginnings of a short story. But for someone on a creative project, maybe especially writing or bringing out your thoughts, perhaps in the beginning phases, or thinking about publishing something, yeah, remember the peacock, the peacock feather. And now I'm getting the peanuts and salt, that if they throw salt at you, you make peanuts. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like, yeah, Snoopy and Peanuts version of the, if life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Personally, I love lemon juice without any sugar. That's another message. I would just go, thank you, you brought me all these lemons. But yeah, if they throw salt at you, you make peanuts. And also, instead of throwing salt back at people, you make your protective circle of salt and banish the salt throwers from your vicinity, knowing that when you are in alignment When you are in alignment, your mark is true. When you're in alignment with the highest good for yourself and others. The star. I'm getting magician vibes from Tarot Magician. Powerfully manifesting your magic. And that person standing with their arms raised to the sky and the wind rising. You are raising that staff, and the current comes through, the creative current coming through and manifesting on the physical plane, your creation. And I'm seeing this. It is probably the head of by the antlers, I would say it's a deer or a small antelope. But I get the vibe of a giraffe looking from a higher perspective. Seeing a vast I'm getting that if you look at, say you are on a shamanic journey, and maybe you will be, and you fly high above and you look at the world below and the skies, maybe with the thunder and lightning, the whole of the surface below you of this our Gaia or of other realms, the surface becomes like the shaman's drum, where you can see the patterns, the visions writing messages for you. If you have the gift of scrying, of seeing things emerge from the surface of, for instance, the shaman's drum. And if you have a shaman's drum, as above, so below, may your drum become like the surface of the earth, with you flying high above. Ha! I'm shuffling. Maybe something more wants to come out from this deck. I didn't mean this, but seems. One more card, Spirit of the Mystic Shaman Oracle. The Beloved. A heart-opening beloved. You are beloved. You are loved. And your guides are here, and they have such immense love for you. And this heart opening I'm also seeing a gift of love. There's something peeking behind. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice there were two cards. Beauty, the beauty way. How beautiful, how beautiful. Oh my gosh. I felt like a sign of enlightenment, the lotus, the heart opening, and the lotus coming out, like the lotus rises from the mud. It's just, and you are in love, and some of you may also find that love in another person, with another person, for some. And those who find it, those who truly find it with another person, will find it, will be joined with the love within. But yes, for someone, a message of true love. Also with another, and a message for those whose loved ones are, or a special loved one is no longer in the physical. A very powerful message. Beloved, the gift of love comes to you. And then the beauty way just effortlessly opens. The heart opens and the beauty way effortlessly opens. And here we have the dragonfly, who is a spiritual messenger between the realms, and also a symbol of transformation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. This was so beautiful. So beautiful, beloved. I think we should do just a couple of tarot. Then I'll let you go. Of course, you are always free to go, and you are always guided by your higher self and your guides. Take what resonates, leave the rest aside. This is what I almost took a peek there, but this you know. Page of water on the split. More of that artistic and creative feeling, and heightened psychic abilities, as it says on the card. Also gifts given. Context. I'm sorry, I burped. Maybe somebody might be a special message for someone, that it's a time. Do we have another one peeking again here? Yeah, release something. Maybe There was a 10 of water hiding behind. We are not going to go through every hiding hiding card this time, but I mean 10 of air and the end of something difficult. And as I was burping, maybe, yeah, end and release from a difficult situation, also of you yourself actively releasing something, working to let go of things that would wear you down. But in some cases, certainly, it can be things that in life that you had no control over, but those will be releasing. Look, the unicorns are being set free. And this one on this side, to me, looks like he or she is a bit curious, like, oh my gosh, is it really? Yes, we are free from that. Just taking a look at the surroundings now. But I'm also getting, with it hiding behind the Ace of Earth or Ace of Pentacles, that's some material difficulty, or your attitudes, those sometimes those collective things whispered by the coyote as well, whether they come in your own mind, whether you even acknowledge them, or if they come from other people, releasing such attitudes like the word lack mindset, that is used a lot, of course, but it is true that we can shackle ourselves to not believing, especially for, I think, spiritual, and this is just coming through, but I'm getting that there are spiritual people one day, maybe today, maybe next week, maybe next year, coming to this reading, who have very an ancient path on the spiritual path. And for some of you, this has oftentimes been in opposition to a material path that you may have carried to this life. Like energies of energies that the spiritual way is one where, or also speaking to artists, which is of course one form of a spiritual way, the way of the artist, the way of the musician, even hearing the way of the muse. Yeah, but the energy of the poor monk or the poor priestess or the poor priest or the poor artist, the suffering artist, Those are very strong collective energies, and some here may have those in their kind of imprints in their energy body. And it is now time to shed those, if you find any. Maybe it's just for someone, because like this specific Ace of Earth says the inflow of abundance. But always when there is flow, let us be open to receive the flow. I'm getting a song. This is by the, oh my gosh, I don't remember. It's this old funk band. I don't remember, from the 70s. It goes, let the words of our mind, let the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight here tonight. Strange that it came with this card. Like saying that we are acceptable in thine sight, Spirit. Even when we accept the gifts of abundance coming to us, when we accept the flow and we give back in thanks, and when we don't covet, when we act in balance with the earth. When we don't rob Mother Gaia, when we don't do this to our mother, but instead we take her gifts and we give back. And I'm also now getting the important message of the path of Gautama Buddha when he was a prince, a very rich man, and he left it all behind to seek enlightenment, and he went with the ascets who were living in denial of everything material, and starving ascets. Sort of now I'm getting the vision of meditating on a, of course, those particular ascets, I don't know if they practice that, those Hindu ascets, but I get the vision of somebody meditating on this mat of spikes. Yeah, and Buddha spent a lot of time with these guys, and then he started to realize something. Before his enlightenment, he left these guides. Maybe that was a message for someone whose path is not with the guides who guide you to sit on a sorry, I'm just speaking. But then he went to sit under the Bodhi tree, and he said that I will sit here until it becomes clear. The place where he found enlightenment. And compared to these things, the askets and the life of a prince in the palace, he found the way, the middle way. And I would say here, in connection with this reading, the beauty way. The way where you are not living in a state of denying, nor the state of pulling, grasping, but you are living in a state of surrender and acceptance, rising like the lotus. This just came through. I hope it resonates for somebody. And I'm being called. Also, I'm being called to say that yes, these cards, they very much remind me of my vision, dream vision that kept repeating and repeating the colors here. So now I know. In my dream, I even woke up when you have a looping dream. Maybe somebody else is having looping dreams. I would wake up, sort of, and I would think that I had recorded this little reading with those colors and whatever the message was. Then I realized, no, that's not, I haven't recorded anything. It was a dream message. And then I fell asleep and it came back. Thank you. Actually, I feel this is the message for tonight. Yes. Thank you for sitting here with me. Thank you everyone who has subscribed, liked, commented. And if you like my readings, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to support the channel. Sending you lots of love and light, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Namaste.